Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ English, your favorite UPSC platform across India. Once again, the Article 32 of the Indian Constitution has made news big time. We all know that in the Indian Constitution, it is the part 3 of the Constitution which deals with various fundamental rights, that is, from Article 12 to Article 35. But the king of all these rights is Article 32 because the architect of the Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, had very rightly said that all fundamental rights are equally important and equally accessible to every Indian citizen. But it is the Article 32, the right to constitutional remedies, which is absolutely the heart and soul of this Indian Constitution. Why is it making news again today? Let's quickly understand a little bit about Article 32 and then see what's the new controversy all about. Talking about Article 32, as I said, this is right to constitutional remedies. What does that mean? Remedy means a solution to a problem. Under this fundamental right, any Indian citizen can directly move to the Supreme Court to enforce their fundamental rights. And nobody, no authority in the country can take away an individual's any fundamental right. In case that happens, yes, there is a provision in Article 32 that we as Indian citizens can access the Supreme Court to enable us from getting our rights. Okay. Now, this article therefore is referred to as the heart and the soul of the Indian Constitution as per Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and many other thinkers and political analysts also believe that it is Article 32 which indeed ensures that all other articles in Part 3 are met to the citizens of India. Under Article 32, it is the Supreme Court, while under Article 226 of the Constitution, it is the high courts across various states where people can ask for their fundamental rights. They can make an appeal. And these courts can issue writs to protect people's fundamental rights. Now, Supreme Court is in charge of issuing various writs, such as the habeas corpus writ, such as the mandamus, the prohibition, the certiorari, the quo warranto. All these are writs. These are orders given by the Supreme Court in case it feels any citizen's fundamental right has been snapped away, because taking away a fundamental right is purely unconstitutional for India. On that note, for your UPSC exam GS paper 2, polity and governance. It is crucial that you know all the writs in the Constitution. You can get a direct question in the prelims. You can also get it with reference to Article 32 in your mains exam. So therefore, you should know the basic writ habeas corpus, which means you may have the body, which means anybody who is arrested by the police or the government has to be produced before the nearest magistrate immediately. You cannot keep an accused under the jail, in the jail, without actually producing that person in front of the relevant court. Similarly, you have mandamus, we command. Under this, the Supreme Court can order any government officer or any authority to perform their duties with full honesty. For example, if a government officer refuses to issue your passport, but your documentations are in place, your papers are valid, in that case, you can go to the court and the Supreme Court will issue mandamus. This will force the concerned government authorities to do your work because it is a right that we have as a citizen. Now, there are many other writs. An easy formula of remembering them is by creating a small acronym for them. For example, you can create a small acronym including HC, M, PC, QW. Here you can remember all the writs on your fingertips because yes, these are important to know for the exam. Now, let's discuss why is Article 32 suddenly making news. Being the most important fundamental right, today it has come under a debate between the government and the Supreme Court. Recently in India, we have seen every week a controversy is emerging. Whether it's the Supreme Court who wants to issue directions to the governors of various states to perform their duties on time, or whether it's about how the government is unhappy about judicial activism. This controversy is about states having the right to invoke Article 32. It all started when Supreme Court said that hearing a presidential reference, the Supreme Court says whether can a state access the Supreme Court with regards to Article 32? Because typically Article 32 has been used by individuals and groups, not the state governments. You and I, as Indian citizens, can access the court if somebody is taking away our fundamental rights. But the same powers have not been exercised by the state government so far. Today, the problem is causing a lot of controversy. It all happened because it is the Supreme Courts who have been calling out to the president and the governors of state, saying that they cannot exercise their unlimited power of keeping a bill under consideration for months to years without taking any action on it. This kind of a non-action and delay caused by governor at the state level causes various laws to be lethargic. It disables the legislative process from functioning the way it should as per the constitution. And regarding this, it is now the states who are challenging the governor's duty and responsibility. Therefore, this has also created much hue and cry about Article 200 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so today we are saying that whether the state governments can go to Supreme Court under Article 32, that governors are not letting them work properly by delaying the bills passed by them, or we should not give them the right, it should only be reserved for individuals in India. Now, as I said, all this debate boils down to Article 200 and Article 201. States are arguing that governors in the opposition ruled states are taking too long, indefinite periods of time, which keeps the bills simply rotting and no bill is able to see the light of the day. We cannot pass laws in such a delayed system. It also questions the very authority of legislature. All state legislative bodies have MLAs elected by the people through direct vote. They are the representatives of people in the state. So how can a governor, who is an executive head, a nominal head, withhold the bills passed by the state legislators? That's what the state governments are fighting for. And therefore, the Supreme Court is now examining whether can there be an upper time limit like a few months to a few weeks, which will be imposed as an upper cap to the number of days, weeks a governor can delay a bill. A governor can withhold his assent, refusal, or any timely action on the bill. So the governor has to take a call. They have to make a choice regarding various bills pending in their office. Similarly, the states are saying that why can't we use Article 32, the right to constitutional remedies, to enforce our rights of making laws, our rights of passing bills? That's the purpose of the legislature, in fact. It says that can a state government India not be a petitioner? Can an Indian state not behave like a normal, ordinary petitioner in front of the court? After all, the court is there to provide justice, then why not to the state governments? Under Article 32, it has become a major debate of the time. While some people are angry, they feel that by putting an upper limit to the amount of time a governor can take to take an action on a bill is anti-constitutional because it is not mentioned in the constitution and we should not tamper with the basic structure of the constitution. So therefore, the Keshwanand Bharati verdict also has come under scanner here. Now the center government is arguing that the union government cannot allow states to use Article 32. It's meant only for Indian citizens, individuals or groups, civil society groups. This is a very, very citizen-based right, and state governments cannot take an action like that. Similarly, the central government is also saying that within our constitution, it is the governor's discretion to take time on bill, to decide on a bill, to refer a bill to president's consideration, or to pass the bill. So today, how come the state legislatures are forcing the position of the governor so much? This is not a judicial question as per union government. It is a legislative controversy. So why involve the Supreme Court? That's the whole debate all about. Now it's up to you to decide which side do you think is making a more valid claim. We can have this discussion in the comment box between all of us. I can participate too. And we should have strong opinions about these issues of national importance. That's what helps us in writing an honest, a true and transparent answer in the GS papers. Now on to the question for the day. This says, with reference to Article 32 of the Constitution, consider the following statements. 1. It allows both individuals and the state governments to directly approach the Supreme Court for enforcement of fundamental rights. 2. The Supreme Court under Article 32 can issue writs like habeas corpus, mandamus. I also mentioned to you certiorari, prohibition, quo warranto. Third, Article 32 is a fundamental right in itself. Very easy question. Pick out the right answer by picking the right codes here. You can verify your answer from the last slide in the presentation as well. And now once again a gentle reminder there. In case you are looking to enroll in any of our courses at StudyIQ, the final countdown has begun. 31st August is the last day. So please enroll for the favorite course of your choice, which will enable you success in the upcoming exams, either next year or even if you are aspiring for 2027. Please use code SPLIVE for the same and you can reach out to us. Thank you so much.